My name is Taylor Coleman, and today I'll be taking us through an analysis of the leading ladies featured in the films Aliens, Ex Machina, and Under the Skin. Each of these movies features a quote-unquote female character with strength, independence, and the ability to think for herself. That doesn't necessarily mean that their characters don't fall into traps of typical horror and science fiction that force them into certain roles. Starting with Ripley in the film Aliens, directed by James Cameron, we see her battle the Queen Mother of all aliens while protecting a child rescued on the mission. While Ripley is one of, if not the strongest person to face the aliens, the strange juxtaposition between herself and the mother alien causes her to take on a maternal role. In feminist frameworks for horror films, Cynthia Freeland quotes Barbara Creed when talking about the mother alien as an embodiment of the monstrous feminine, something horrific and threatening. It creates a comparison between this evil mother figure as the alien and Ripley's softer and caring attitude. Further, Freeland states in a way to look at such films would be to critique the messages that present genderized roles and relations that are somehow portrayed as normal in the discourse of the film. As soon as the crew finds the child Newt, Ripley immediately forms a protective role over her. This emphasizes the typical idea that women are expected to easily fall into the role of nurturing mother with an instinct to take care of children. This reduces Ripley's character down to only what she can do for Newt as a protector and strips her somewhat of the independence and agency she held before. I do think there's more to be done than reducing Ripley down to her maternal role. Her character shows more complexity, such as her characterization of not only being emotional but also logical. She encompasses a balance of those things which I think pushes against a patriarchal reduction of women down to only emotions and dramatics. While in Aliens, Ripley might only be Newt's mommy, for the rest of us, she will always be mother.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Moving on, we have the alluring AI Ava in the film Ex Machina, directed by Alex Garland. Protagonist and programmer Caleb is chosen by creator Nathan to study and prove Ava's consciousness, but things aren't quite what they seem when Ava shows that she knows more than she's letting on. Ava is an interesting character in the way that her motives and intentions are questioned through the end of the film. Ava pushes against the typical portrayal of women in science fiction, but there are still aspects of her character and the film as a whole that don't. For instance, naked female bodies are shown in excess despite the fact that they are robotic AIs and do not otherwise have sex or gender, other than what they are assigned by Nathan. Not only this, but the one other AI, Kyoko, is shown solely as a service and pleasure robot for Nathan, which reflects blogger Kathy Pearl's a default gender. In this, she writes that a problem with robot portrayals in science fiction is the continued reinforcement of women as always helpful, pleasant, organized, and never angry. While Ex Machina does at least temporarily enforce this idea, I think it fights it as well, by showing the other AI women as angry and sometimes violent in their attempts to escape. Unfortunately, this is the cause of their demise and death by Nathan. Ava, on the other hand, takes on a more psychological tactic, some might even consider manipulative, as she convinces Caleb of her need to help, but leaves him trapped as she gets out. I think Ava's character is an attempt at pushing against the expectation for female characters in science fiction. She has agency and independence, she's doing what she has to do to survive and escape her captor, which gives her a sense of humanity that she wouldn't otherwise possess as an artificial being. Ava may not be a feminist icon, but I support women's rights and wrongs.
Do you have people who test you and might switch you off?
No, I
Then
don't.
why do I?
Finally, I'll discuss The Alien appearing as a woman in Under the Skin, directed by Jonathan Glazer. This film was unique in its portrayal of a woman. It's even difficult to gender the being at all since she is an alien and for most of the movie seems unaware of what the female gender even means, other than for the use of luring in men to consume. The alien woman pushes back against the patriarchal ideas of typical science fiction through her position as a woman with power, with agency, with the ability to function on her own and make discoveries about herself without the aid of a man or lover. In Alienating the Gaze, author Alicia Burns speaks on the alien's character embodying the femme fatale, especially in the way she undermines patriarchal systems, and specifically in the genre of science fiction, problematizes male power but also endangers the human species. The alien further separates from a standard female portrayal in the way that she does not acknowledge the ideas of reproduction, nor does she adopt any sort of maternal instincts. She does the opposite. Burns continues her argument towards the end of the movie as the alien woman discovers she's unable to have sex, stating, She is built to signify sex, but is denied its pleasure. I think this just rightfully criticizes the idea that women are always seen as sexual, something to have sex with, but never allowed to be sexual for themselves. In the final moments of the movie, our alien is set on fire by a man who tried to rape her, but discovers her alienness. I think this is reflective of the idea of burning the witch. The man fears the unknown, he fears a woman, and it is because she will not give him what he wants that he results in burning her. Much is left in question with the death of our femme fatale alien, but the way she used her role as a woman in society pushed against the stereotypes of typical science fiction females. How many letters in Scarlet? 8, because she kind of devoured those men. This concludes my analysis of the films Aliens, Ex Machina, and Under the Skin. As usual, this is only one way to analyze and interpret these films, and there are so many more things to say about the roles I spoke of today and how they can be understood. Thanks for watching.